riboflavin, zinc, powerful nutrition without a lot of calories. And even if you don't expect your body to do 100 meters in 50 flat, think about all you do expect it to do. Milk. It does a body good.
Come on! Almost! Finally, yeah!
Triumph is ours! But the battle of wizards and warriors continues with iron swords. The evil wizard Malkill will take the shape of the earth, wind, water, and fire. Farewell! The fate of the world is in your hands! Back, Fire Beast!
Live the saga of Iron Sword on your Nintendo Entertainment System from Acclaim.
Kuros?
I called the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, tang-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. That means play Dr. Mario on Game Boy or NES. Ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang. I beat the witch doctor, and this is what he said. He said, ooh-ee, ooh-ah-ah, ting-tang, walla-walla bing-bang, ooh-ee, ah-ah. And then he struck my head.
Welcome in Phantom to Jappy.
It's Laundry Day at Omega Mart. Save on name brands like Omega Point, now just $6.99. Plausible deniability, only $5.87. And done. No time for it? You're done. Just 2 for $10 or 3 for $7 when you spend $20 or more with a valid coupon. Limited to 1 coupon per customer. Price is good through December 12th. See in store for details. That's Omega Savings. That's Omega Mart.
Omega Mart, you have no idea what's in store for you.
There's no escape this time. You know that. You want to know why I go after pretty little things like you? No one's gonna miss you. It's as simple as that. There's always more of you. Ladies of the night. You're all dimes a dozen. Replaceable. Forgettable. Dead.
Daria Manor is so cool, and I say that about every zone. The fingers are striking back. Yeah, they are, dude. Fucking the fingers are trying my butthole, man. What the fuck? We all decided unanimously that this man was Master Musk. And now, you're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. Is it a good point, though? Is it, though? No way! Don't fall for that, too, Your Honor! Aw, shit, there he is! I got him! You son of a bitch! Well, he just tore out Connor's heart? Oh my god! My boy Connor, dude! Wait, he didn't get in the car yet and they're driving away? You gotta take this guy with you.
Flawless work, V. Quango thinks your nickname should be...
They drove off without him.
So I guess he's happy.
Oh, all of a sudden he's in there.
Yeah, we're gonna take my troubleshooter, yes. Stream Deck amazing, yeah, there you go. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, do, 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 do. Alvin.
No. What happened? What the fuck? What? Well, look at my car! What the fuck, dude? That's crazy. What happened, man? I just suddenly fell through the world? Oh my god. I am certain there's gonna be a dance party. Better butter that biscuit, you know what I'm saying? Oh, look, those cars are inside of each other. How intimate. Well, would you look at that? Just look at it. Oh, look, they're just driving through each other too. Oh, okay. And then they're all mad at each other. Yes. The proto cube. Look at that. That's a proto cube? Are you sure it's not just a proto sphere? Proto cube. Everything's a fucking cube, man. Even if it's a sphere or a cone or a cylinder, it's all cubes, baby. Soul coffee, oh shit. Oh shit, guys. Going for it. No, not everyone's grudge, damn it. See, I shouldn't have gone for it. I should have gone for it, damn it. Damn it. Look at all the little rod in their little hats. Oh my god, they're so cute in their different colored hats. Look at them. All their little hats. I love it. I decided too many of them didn't have hats. I was doing one of each hat at first, and I was like, you know what? There's too many little Rothies. I gotta get them all hats. Jack's the one that's gotta fuck off, okay? You know, and it's just like, no, I just don't agree with that. You know, I like Tom. I hope the best for Tom, but he also left his baby to fucking die in the middle of the woods. So, not got so many good points for you, Tom. I gotta say. You know what I mean?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Ho ho ho, what a cute camera, just like its owner.
Just gotta slip in a little flirtiness there. So funny. Speed running, speed running. Look out, whoa. Oh, step on me, mommy. Step on me, mommy. What is even, what? She's standing on my eyeballs, guys. Oh, shit. Oh, thank you for stepping on me.
All right. Hello and happy Wednesday. We are getting through this week, aren't we? It's just like crazy to me. Like, I just thought about, like, today is Wednesday, isn't it? Damn. We are getting there. Hey, Stella, welcome in. We got Togepi here as well. Welcome in. Oh, there we go. We're missing Dom Rosso. I see you. Am I even looking at him? Happy Wednesday. You guys ready for some more Ace Attorney? We are going to be jumping back into the DLC case for Dual Destinies here. And let's see, I don't really remember all the details of last week, so I didn't recap myself before this. So this might be a little disjointed. But I do remember some things. So let me start where I remember. So I remember we have a very interesting defendant because the person who has been accused of murder in this case is not a person, but a killer whale. They're an orca. So apparently the person who owned this aquarium was murdered, and the only person who could have done it is believed to be the orca because he was found just outside the orca pool, dead, and there's no other indication of anybody else being there or anything, so it was just deemed to be like an accidental, like, animal death or whatever. I don't remember. There was a certain thing that what's his face is calling it, but the detective Fulbright But either way, they weren't treating it as a murder case. So it's like we couldn't even defend them at first. And I remember we had to like fight for the right, basically, to defend the orca by like trying to find evidence or something that could possibly indicate that maybe there was foul play and it wasn't the orca. And through our investigation of that, we ended up meeting a couple of people. So first of all, the person that we talk to normally is... Oh, here, you know what? Let me get into the game really quick, and then we can look at the Evans stuff for records. Yada, yada. Yes, yes, yes. Defendant lobby, number 3. Got it. Here we go. Profiles. So, yeah, Sasha Buckler, she is... our point of contact with Orla, the orca, which is our defendant. So she's sort of like the human representation of our defendant. Let's say that. Does that work? Yeah, I've had an eventful weekend. Right on. Province received 6 to 11 inches of rain in the span of 6 hours. Oh, well, I hope that wasn't a problem. We've had a lot of rain here as well. It's been crazy how much it's been raining here, just like over and over and over. Like every day there's like a very large thunderstorm, and today's like the first day, and it's hot as shit. So it's like, you know what? Bring the rain back. But yeah. Anyway, so yes, we have Sasha Buckler. So she is the one that really wants to defend Orla. She says that Orla would never do that. You know, all that yada yada. So here's Orla, or Aura. Didn't they call her Orla? Oh yeah, Aura, but her real name, but people call her Orla. She likes to wear hats. Anyways, yeah, so this is the orca. Does a lot of fun tricks and everything, but you know, they are an orca, so that's why people are like, well, it's a killer whale, so it probably could have killed somebody, and that's kind of why everybody's assumed it was the whale. But I think they were gonna have to like execute the whale for that. I think, is that what it was? Maybe something was at stake. It might have been like the whale was gonna die, and they were just gonna be like, all right, well, we gotta take it out back. You know what I'm saying? And we're like, no, don't do that. It wasn't even the orca. There's a lot of flash flooding. Oh man, well, I hope everybody's all right. Heck yeah, Aura Shipley. She's adorable. So, and the victim, and a person who's also a part of the show that Aura would put on with Sasha, is Captain Jack Shipley, the owner of Ship Shape Aquarium. He was found dead in the orca pool. So, this is our victim. We don't really know much about him. I think everybody liked him. I think that was something. And he had a good relationship with the orca, so that would be like strange for the orca to attack him and all that stuff. Yeah, there was another person that we met too, and this is I haven't mentioned her yet, but we have Norma de Plume, the aquarium visitor who saw Orla attack the aquarium owner. Turns out she's a non-fiction writer. Yeah, so she's going to be our witness today, and so she apparently witnessed from like, because of the tank that the orca is in is like this giant cylinder of glass or whatever, plexiglass, and you can see into it from these 2 different floors. And Norma was like the only person on the floor when apparently it happened, and she saw it through the glass, him being attacked. And really what she saw, from what we heard from her when we talked to her, was she saw that Orla took the captain's hat, and she thought it was a part of him getting attacked or whatever. But we also found out that apparently Orla just does that a lot to play with him. I guess it's something that they do to play. So it could be that maybe somebody dumped his body in there and Orla thought like, oh, we're playing or something even, you know? If he's supposed to settle now, an extremely hilly area, so we didn't get any flooding. Well, that's good. At least he didn't have any. But, you know, unfortunate for everybody who was affected by that. I think there's been some flash flooding over here as well somewhere. I know that we had some warnings. Luckily, though, yeah, I live up on a hilly spot, too, so haven't had too much of a chance of that for me. But yeah, there's Norma de Plume. Yeah, she's a non-fiction writer, so I think she was here because she wants to write a story. I can't remember what the story would be about, but I think she wanted to write a story. Let me see, does it say anything here in the walkthrough? I try to use the walkthrough as my, like, refresher sometimes. When we were talking to Norma, where was she at? She writes the whole truth, all the truth, and nothing but the truth. She's been getting info on Orla for a year, being concerned for Orla's violent tendencies. Okay, so she's trying to paint a picture of Orla being violent. She says that Orla has rumors saying that Orla's attacked people. De Plume is eventually banned from the aquarium, but she says she has her wife. Okay, then when we asked about her violent streak, she said something about, on the morning of the attack, the Plume was doing her usual observation when she starts to hear cries from the tank. There are speakers in the corridor by the ceiling so visitors can hear the killer wail. She saw Orla bite the captain's body and take his hat, which again, they would do that playing around, at least the hat part. So she's going to be our witness today, I believe. Let me see if there's anybody else. Oh yeah, we got a couple other people. So we got Marlon Rhymes. Marlon Rhymes, he just works at the aquarium. He's a new animal keeper. He loves animals as much as he loves rapping. Yeah, he does rap a lot. And apparently he's been getting to know Pearls a little bit, apparently, which is kind of weird. He called her something. I can't remember what he called her. But he kept referencing this girl, and it turns out it was Pearls. But anyways, yeah, so he's just kind of been around. We got Rifle, who is a penguin that goes around and gives like flyers out to people. Penguin that always shoots straight at her mark. She seems to love the smell of fish, and for some reason, Pearls reeked of fish. I can't remember. Did we figure that out? I thought we figured that out because she had like a Cyclock. And then there's Pearls. Pearls is here. Obviously, we all know Pearls. Spirit medium in training. Her psychic powers are beyond question. She is the strongest of the Fae ladies, and the youngest. How old is Pearls now? She's 17. Too young, buddy. It's like, if Pearls was a little older, it wouldn't be so bad, right? She's just at that age where we still must protect her. All right, let's see. Is there anybody else? That's everybody new. Got Fulbright, baby. All right, let's look at the evidence. Swashbuckler flyer, an advertisement showing an orca dressed up like a pirate. It was dropped by a penguin named Rifle. A brand new stage show. Captain Orla has a new rival featuring the dashing Red Stash with a fluttering red scarf. Nice, look at that red stash. Who will obtain the gold coins hidden in the skull rock. Oh yeah, there was something about gold coins too being at the bottom of the tank. And one had blood on it. It wasn't that they were at the bottom of the tank. Well, they were at the bottom of the tank. But there was one that was outside of the tank that had blood on it. And that was, I think, our piece of evidence. I think it'll come up here in a second. All right, then we have a photo of the body. Oh no! It's been hit in the back of the head. Somehow Orla did that, apparently. A crime scene photo taken in the orca pool room. It's hard to make out the details of the body. The orca pool diagram, a cross-section view of the first and second floor sections of the orca pool. Girls apparently entered the staff corridor. Yeah, that was something we learned. So here's the staff corridor. Apparently Pearls was right here. And what was the other significance of this? I think what's-her-face Norma would have been over there on the other side of this thing. I think. Because this is the room where he died. The cusp, if that's correct spelling. I get what you mean. I'm not sure, honestly, what the spelling of that would be. I don't know if I've ever seen that spell. I think I've only ever heard that word. But I get what you mean. Whistle. A whistle for issuing instructions to Orla. Anyone can use one to command her as long as they know the right signals. So I like that it's an anchor. That's cool. Is there anything else there? No, that's the last thing. We got security footage, a video showing the orca pool from the visitors corridor. The footage starts at the aquarium's 10 a.m. opening time, and I believe this is where we see, yeah, Norma. So I guess we have Norma here, and is that like a giant cloud of blood? And then we got Orla looking at whatever the source of that blood is. I'm thinking someone dropped them in the tank because it's like the blood could have started up here and then maybe Orla just brought them back out of the tank. I think that could be him. I mean, we know it's not Orla because obviously she's a dependent, and that would be weird if they did that to us. Fish! A large quantity of fish for feeding Rifle the penguin. Not surprisingly, it has a horribly fishy smell. Don't know why that's in the evidence, but it's there. Walkie-talkie. I like how the walkie-talkies look like little swashbucklers or whatever. Little swords. Yeah, it's fun. Issued to all aquarium staff for communication. It can apparently also be used to broadcast inside the aquarium. So I mean all the images are in black and white in the in this universe. Right, yeah. All like cameras are black and white for some reason. Even like, especially like that one. I go to security footage, but they used like an HD camcorder. You know what I mean? Like, it's like 16 by 9 and everything. Like, I know that thing can do color. It can probably do night vision. You know, why the hell are we getting this grainy ass fucking black and white? They still made their phones look that way, they'd still be in business. Oh, like this? Yeah. Where you at? Oh, that's Boost Mobile. Yeah. I had a Nextel growing up. They were interesting. The technology was interesting. I was always jealous of my friends that had regular cell phones, so. Anyways, yeah, they used it to talk in the aquarium. We read that. Now we're on to the calendar. Pearls had one of these. Apparently belongs to Rhymes. It was accidentally switched with Pearl's calendar around 10:10 a.m. And we knew that because it had things written in it, I believe. July 20th, meet the captain at the Orca Pool at 7 a.m. Mr. Rhymes? What if he was the bad guy? Hopefully not. I like his rhymes, dude. Bloodstained coin, this is what I was talking about. Discovered by the side of the Orca Pool. There are 300 coins in all, weighing 7 pounds total. This makes it a likely murder weapon. Oh, that's right. I think that's what Phoenix thought. It was just like, well, maybe if you put all the coins in a bag and you beat somebody over the head with it, it would be a murder weapon. Which, you know, could be. All right. I think we got the gist of it. There's probably some details in there I missed. Pearls smelled like fish, and I don't remember why. Had maybe something to do with why she was in the staff corridor. Hold on. There we go. Let me see. Did we find out why pearls smell like fish? Well, Pearl was distracted with the gift shop. Everyone had moved on ahead, got lost in her confusion. She accidentally went down the wrong corridor and ended up in the food prep room. Oh, okay, yeah, that's how she ended up in that corridor. That's where she met Marlin, both scaring each other and dropping the barrel of fish he was going to use to make her smell. Wait, he was going to use making her smell. Oh, gotcha. I thought it was saying he was going to use it to make her smell like fish, but no, it was just fish he was going to use, and that made her smell like fish because he dropped it. That's what it was. But why did she hide it? Why did you hide it? Pearls just didn't want Marlin to get in trouble. He said to so himself he didn't want people to know that he was in the food prep room. Why? He was distracted by Pearls' calendar and lost his own calendar. In the mist, Pearls actually picks up Marlin's calendar. It says, "Be captain of the Orca Pool." We just read that. Calendar's updated. Okay, cool. So there we go. Fill that little gap in. And now we're ready to get going. The music. Okay, July 21st, 9:21 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 3.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning. Chipper as ever this morning, I see.
I'm just thankful we actually get to have a trial for Orla. As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped.
Oh yeah, that's right. Another detail was that we had to convince, I think Edgeworth. I don't think they said Edgeworth, but I think it was like, they talked about, like, I can't remember what he's like the head attorney dude or whatever. I think he had to like approve whether or not this would actually come to trial or not. But the person who took the case, I believe, is Simon. So.
As a matter of fact, I just ran a few laps around the courthouse to get extra pumped.
Oh shoot, I forgot to get that ready. I always forget that. Looks like it's working, so that's good. And I just splashed my face with some water to get the sleep out of my eyes.
Oh, I also queued the swashbuckler video so we can watch it at any time.
Oh, we're gonna need that then. That's yeah, foreshadowing there. A TV recording of a performance featuring Orla, Sasha, and Jack Shipley as pirates, which is the show that they would put on at the aquarium. Thanks. It just might help our case. By the way, you have some serious dark circles. Did you stay up late watching this?
What? Me? No, I just woke up early, that's all. Guess I need to cover them up. I get ragged on, wait. I get ragged on enough as it is by Prosecutor Blackwell.
Speaking of being pumped, I'm pretty fired up for this trial too. It's been a while. Yeah, is this his first trial back too? I think that was a detail as well. Is that this is when Phoenix first got his badge back. This is his first trial. He's gonna defend a freaking killer whale. Oh yeah, dude. I'm happy with the writing of the games, and at the same time, I miss Maya. Yeah, I hear you. Absolutely. It's like I'm glad we at least get pearls, and at least Maya like sent us a letter, so that's cool. But yeah. Who knows? There's still we got the next game. Hint, hint. Is called Spirit of Justice. So maybe Maya, maybe Maya pearls, maybe. I mean, he also got black circles around his eyes, so you're fine. Yeah, Simon has no room to talk about black circles around eyes, does he? He probably wears some mascara or whatever.
Hee, that explains why your hair is spikier than usual. I mean, look at it. It's all super pokey and prickly and stuff. It's amazing.
And that was a compliment, right?
Good luck, Mr. Nick. I'll be cheering you on from the gallery.
Thanks, Pearls. It's been so long, I'm actually a little nervous. Good morning, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh, Mr. Rhymes. You came to watch the trial?
Yeah, Sasha is back at the aquarium with the orca. So I thought I'd be here to come. So I thought I'd better come here to watch for her. That's what it is.
Well, don't you worry. We're going to win for Orla. Isn't that right, boss?
Right. One unprecedented trial coming right up. Here we go. So maybe we'll get a glimpse of her. Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully we get to see Mia come back as well. Wouldn't that be crazy? I'd love that. You know, it can be in Maya's body. I think the Pearls is still too... She's too tiny for that. July 21st, 9:30 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 4. It was always so weird when Pearls would channel Mia. Day 1. Court is now in session. All rise. I think that made us all uncomfortable last time. Court is now in session for the trial of Aura Shipley. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Must we waste our words on this? Mia as Maya, Mia as Pearls is too weird. I totally agree. Yeah, it's just like a little too strange. I mean, she's older now, so that helps because she's probably what Maya's age in the first one. Wasn't Maya like 17? I don't remember how old Maya was. I thought she was something like that. Prosecutor Simon Blackwell, known as the Twisted Samurai. He's a prosecutor who's also a convicted felon. They say he never conducts a trial without his loyal hawk, Taka, by his side. Mr. Wright, it's been quite a while since I've seen you like that. The lawyer image suits you. You look younger somehow. Thank you, Your Honor. And you look as young as ever yourself. Well, I have to keep up with you folks after all. Probably in 16, it's been so long. Yeah, I don't really remember. I remember definitely talking about how she was too young for Phoenix. I think that's one thing that we ended up talking about. And I was like, I don't know. People talk about them getting together, but they're, they're a little bit too far away in my opinion. By the way, has the defendant arrived in court yet? Surely you jest, Your Baldness. Did you not receive the memo? The defendant, Aura Shipley, is an orca at Shipshape Aquarium. An orca? What? You mean a giant fish? Arrangements for this trial were made only yesterday, so I didn't have time to review. But an orca as a defendant? It's, patently absurd. Direct your comments to the defense. He's the absurd fella who insisted on defending the orca in court in the first place. Absurd or not, I will carry out my duty to defend my client. Your duty to defend your crying aunt? Don't you mean your crying orca, Mr. Wright? If we are to proceed, we must treat the orca as we would any other defendant. Every soul, be it man or beast, is of equal value. The question is whether the soul is painted in black or white. Take Taka, for example. He is as human in spirit as you or I. The real question is, am I in for some more pain, as always? Orca or not, I suppose the defendant is still a defendant. And I vow to render my verdict fairly and impartially. Ahem. Now then, Prosecutor Blackwell, your opening statement, if you would. Watching a lot of documentaries on my lunch break, and orcas are really a good pack hunters. Oh yeah, I'm watching like some animal ones and stuff too. That's cool. Hell yeah. I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Yeah, I think from what I've learned about orcas, they almost sound like wolves of the ocean in some ways. Like, if I remember right, I just only learned like a little bit. Maybe watch like a short little YouTube video. I suppose I can hardly leave it to someone who knew nothing of the defendant. Very well. Listen carefully. The orca murdered the owner of Ship-Shape Aquarium in the aquarium's orca pool. The orca apparently toyed with the victim mercilessly as he died. A sadistic orca. What a chilling thought. And where exactly is this defendant now? Inside this. A cell phone? Prosecutor Blackwell. I don't think a whale would fit in there, Prosecutor. I think you're getting a little nutty. Am I right, Phoenix? Time marches on, your baldness, with or without us. I borrowed this TV phone from the aquarium, which will allow us to interact with the orca. A TV phone? Very well. The court accepts it into evidence. It's not evidence, Your Honor. It's just you know what? Whatever. A cell phone used by Ship-Shape Aquarium staff. This model can connect to TVs and be used to conduct teleconferencing. We will be able to view the defendant in question on this large monitor. Fulbright, prepare for transmission. You've got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. God, it's so goofy. We will proceed with the defendant on telecast. It's like, it's not only an orca, but they have like a pink pirate hat and like a star on them and like a mustache. It's like, can we make this more ridiculous for the freaking judge? So that is the orca that stands accused, is it? Fweet. Aw, she's waving her flipper at us. Maybe she's cheering us on?
Morla, wish Phoenix and Athena luck.
Sweet. Oh, it's quite cute, isn't it? And this adorable creature is suspected of killing a man.
Orla's really pouring on the charm, huh?
She's far from cute. She's a violent, reckless animal. That's right. The name's Bobby Fulbright, and I'll take over the explaining from here. Now, if I could direct your attention to this diagram of this crime scene. Following the report of an orca attack, we, the police, raced on over to Ship-Shape Aquarium. There, we found a guest who says she saw the orca and the victim from the visitor's corridor. As the witness was watching, the orca suddenly went crazy and attacked the victim. The orca was the only one there. Therefore, no one else could have committed the crime. It's not quite finished, but I have a portion of the autopsy report here. It's not finished, but okay, what? Live from the aquarium, our defendant! Fweet! Shipley's autopsy report. Instant death from a brain contusion. Oh, damn, dude. There are signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. I can't imagine the terror of being attacked underwater by such a large creature. But attack it did. Prepare yourself for a grisly details, your baldness. The prosecution moves to introduce our witness, Fulbright. You got it, Prosecutor Blackwell. In justice we trust. One brave lady whose fine sense of justice compelled her to speak. Coming right up. That's so funny. How dare you make me wait? Don't you know I'm a busy woman? I could have written an entire book for all of the time I spent in that lobby. Prosecutor Blackwell? Little help here. Well? I am Norma de Plume, and I am a non-fiction writer.
And I'm the only one who isn't telepathic here?
Looks like she can read into people's words just as well as I can read into people's hearts. Not everything needs to be a competition, Athena.
What? Norma de Plume? The great non-fiction writer, Miss Norma de Plume herself? I've read all your books and enjoyed them immensely. Your million seller, The Great Grief of the Great Thief, is one of my favorites.
Oh, are you a fan, Your Honor? I could give you my autograph if you like.
Wait a second. I could swear you looked much different in the photos in your book. I was imagining someone much hotter.
Well, I use the ones from 10 years ago in my books so that the paparazzi won't harass me.
What?
The judge seems so shocked.
The visual disconnect must really be doing a number on his honor's head.
Could we get started, please? If I find you to be lacking as a judge, you'll see your debut in my books.
Such harsh comments. You really must be the real Norma de Plume.
Who knew Miss de Plume was so famous?
Enough jabbering. Tell the court what you saw and keep it brief.
I would thank you to not order me around. I am perfectly willing to tell everyone what I witnessed. It was the moment of the murder.
Very well then. Please proceed with your testimony.
Witness testimony.
The moment of the murder.
I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately.
That adorable defendant really did all of that? Really? Must be much more vicious than it looks. Now, deliver your judgment so I may carry out my sentence. Or carry out this.
The defense would like to do some defending first, if that's all right.
Must you drag this out with your tomfoolery?
The defense always has the right to cross-examine the witness, you know.
A fellow inmate told me just this morning. If you want something signed, all you need is the document and the witness.
Let me guess. They were convicted for contract fraud, right?
Silence. So in drafty courtroom to get her scarf blowing like that, right? Like she has like a fan that she just sets next to her. Yeah, Togepi's got it. There you go. All we need in this case is the evidence and a witness to convict. It's as simple as that.
Looks like I guessed right.
Sorry, but as Miss Sykes said, the defense has every right to cross-examine. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? Yes, of course. You may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. I shall relish the sight of you thrashing around in vain.
Like how it's like slow motion flapping too.
I went to Shipshape Aquarium to see the killer whale.
Hold it!
Why did you want to see the orca?
Well, it is the featured attraction of the aquarium, after all.
Why waste energy on such tripe? There is but one attraction in Shipshape Aquarium that is worth anyone's time. And that is the penguins. Isn't that right, Taka, my friend? Alrighty then. I guess Prosecutor Blackwell is for the birds.
Guess I should jot that down. Note to self. Prosecutor Blackwell is on Team Rifle.
And so you went to see the orca in its tank?
Yes, that's right. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy.
Hold it, crazy? What? The orca suddenly went crazy, did she?
Yes. It took a look at me, and then, all at once, it started going berserk.
Did you do anything to make her angry?
I did nothing more than simply glare at it from the visitor's corridor.
She glared at Orla? And that's what caused her to go berserk.
Objection!
The reason the defendant went mad is not the issue here. Only what she did when she entered that state.
In any case, the killer whale began behaving wildly in front of my very eyes. And then I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth.
Hold it!
Deadly? What? So you're saying you saw the very moment of the victim's death?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Oh, it was simply dreadful. It was as frightening as losing one's manuscript just before a deadline.
I suppose for a writer, that would be pretty terrifying.
I witnessed the killer whale's horrific act, and I knew I had to do something. So, attempting to remain calm, I reported the incident to the police immediately.
Hold it!
Why were the police the first ones you contacted?
I was afraid if I told the aquarium staff, they might try to cover it up. Of course, I immediately told aquarium security after my call to the police. I believe I deserve praise for my swift decision-making skills under pressure.
Mr. Plume is the most assertive witness I've ever seen.
We better do our best to look like big-shot lawyers if we want to match her intensity.
Mr. Plume, I praise your swift decision-making skills under pressure.
That was more kiss-up than big shot.
I suppose it was unrealistic to expect a big shot from Mr. Wright. How fitting for a small fry to praise a big shot. How about cutting the small fry for some slack, you big meanies? The important thing here is, did she really see the moment of the murder?
You're raring to go, aren't you, Mr. Wright? I see it in your eyes, and in your heart.
I guess I really am a lawyer at heart. Okay, so I gotta present something here. The shift requirement to see the killer whale. As I was watching the killer whale from the visitor's corridor, it suddenly went crazy. I saw the killer whale bite the victim to death with its huge mouth and deadly teeth. Engineering McComb reported the incident to the police immediately. And so what do I have that could go against that? I don't really see any problem with her being there. Reported incident to the police. Oh, maybe it's the autopsy report. Signs of blunt force trauma all over the body, but she's saying it tore him apart, but it's blunt force trauma. Maybe the game would recognize that difference, right? Bite the victim to death with a huge mouth and deadly teeth. I think that's gotta be it. Let's save, though. Presenting the autopsy report.
Objection!
Autopsy report. What did I say? I feel like my mouth just went... It would seem that you are mistaken, Mr. Plume.
I beg your pardon?
The autopsy report does indeed say death thought to be a result of an orca attack. But the actual cause of death is contusion from head trauma, not being bitten. What? But I'm sure the victim was bitten. I don't believe that can be true. The security footage doesn't show anything of the kind.
Objection!
I mean, to be fair, we only have one frame of the security footage. Just as I suspected. I knew you would peek at the footage behind Fulbright's back. Well, what did you expect when he wouldn't play nice and share? But unfortunately for you, the footage you saw was only one small part. Yeah, it was only one frame as far as I'm concerned. Huh? Yesterday, after I decided to take this case to trial, I re-reviewed all of the evidence. Taka, the evidence I gave you for safekeeping. Screech. Guess that hawk is higher up on the pecking order than Fulbright in Blackwell's book. Very well. Let's view the footage. What's this? The orca is biting the victim. No way! Yeah, but, I mean, the body doesn't have bite marks on it, though, so that means that that wasn't the cause of death, right? I mean, I know the autopsy was apparently incomplete, but come on. I have to say that this appears to be very damning evidence. Video showing the orca pool. The footage starts at the aquarium's 10 a.m. opening. I guess this is 2 pages now. Didn't give me any new info there.
No, I can't believe Orla really bit him.
And there is more. Look at this. This photograph was taken while the body was being examined. There seems to be a strange bruise on the victim's right wrist. The crime lab examined the bruise and calculate its relevance to the case at hand. What's important right now is evidence that points to the orca as the killer. Look at the left side of the body. See the orca's tooth marks in the victim's clothes? Yes, they do appear to suggest that she did, in fact, bite the victim. Yeah, but we're talking about, like, killing him with her teeth. That's still not the same thing. Photo of the body. We got another one.
I told you so. And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth.
Objection!
However, in the autopsy report, the cause of death is contusion from the head trauma.
Objection!
You were much too impetuous, right, Tono? Granted, the orca biting the victim was not the cause of death. The witness was mistaken about that. And what explanation is there for what the witness saw? Did I not say in the beginning the orca toyed with the victim mercilessly? My goodness. There's no blood in the water in the new pig. Yeah, so that could be, maybe that'll be our indicator. That's a good point. I didn't even actually see that. After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with its, or sorry, whose voice am I using? After killing the victim, the defendant swam around with his dead body in her mouth. Just like any other predator toying with its prey. Gasp.
Mr. Wright, the hearts of the people in the gallery are suddenly filled with fear. Fear of Orla.
So the defendant bit the victim after she had killed him. But if that's the case, we must still figure out how the defendant killed the victim. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have a sound theory to give to this court? I wouldn't be standing here if I couldn't prove whether the orca's heart was black or white.
But Orla is black and white. Her body, I mean.
Athena, please try not to provoke Prosecutor Blackwell. This witness also observed the actual moment of the murder. Think back, word mistress. Think back to what you observed before the orca bit the victim.
I see what you're driving at.
So that was the true moment of the murder, was it?
Now, explain it in a way that even these simpletons can understand.
There you go again, ordering me around. Stop with that this instant. But whatever. I don't mind telling you my story. I saw the killer whale before it toyed with the body as well. I saw it the moment it killed the victim by headbutting him.
Orla killed the victim by headbutting him?
That's right. It rammed the victim over and over again.
Recall that the autopsy report stated that there was bruises all over his body. Recall as well how persistent the defendant can be when she's attacking her prey.
And we all just saw the killer whale, we all just saw the killer whale head butting the victim in the footage. Don't forget.
That footage backs up Mr. Plume's testimony. There's also something very important it does not show.
Now do you see what a menace this killer whale is?
Objection!
I'm sorry, but I can't allow your testimony to stand unchallenged. Looking at this footage, the orca certainly seems to be headbutting something. But you'll note that the something is not the victim.
No! What?
Oh, wait, what? She like Marilyn Monroe or whatever? I want to look away, but I can't.
Even if it was the victim, you couldn't have seen him from where you were. No, from where you were, could you? What? Oh, well, I suppose not.
Mr. Plume, did you actually witness the victim getting headbutted by the defendant?
Let's see. Oh, I remember now. As I recall, a rock in the shape of a skull was obstructing my view.
So are you admitting that you couldn't see the victim?
Yes. Yes, I suppose I am. However, immediately after the headbutting, the victim came floating up. He came up from behind the skull-shaped rock, and his body was all limp. What else could I think except that the killer whale was headbutting the victim?
Objection!
But if you didn't actually see the moment of the attack itself, then it's pure conjecture.
Objection!
No, conjecture. Must I do everything around here?
How dare you speak so rudely to me?
There's no need for hysterics. Clear your mind and recall how you reached your conclusion. Though you couldn't see what the orca was attacking, you didn't need to, did you? Because you knew she was behaving exactly as she had only 1 year prior.
Oh.
1 year ago?
That's right. Yes, that's it. That's how I knew the killer whale was headbutting the victim.
I'm sorry, but could someone explain exactly what happened a year ago? If you must know, a very similar incident occurred only last year, in which the defendant murdered her trainer. What? The orca murdered her trainer, you say?
What? Is this really true?
This is not looking good for us. It's all in this book.
The Killer Whale. Oh, is it by her, though?
That book, The Killer Whale. That's Mr. Plume's latest work. I was just thinking of picking that up.
The Killer Whale, added to the court record. A non-fiction book by Norma de Plume. It's about the case from last year. That's cool that she's got her swashbuckling, like, walkie-talkie actually, like, in a sword sheath, too. It looks like that's pretty funny. Orca kills its trainer.
Last year, the defendant killed her trainer in the middle of a show. The orca headbutted and bit the victim. The same thing she's accused of in this case.
That orca killed that woman.
That thing is a menace.
I never want to go to the aquarium again.
No, now everyone's even more convinced that Orla did it.
We were doing so well, but now... Now everyone in the room has a bad impression of Orla. I don't want to think she did it. But it's hard to keep on believing in somebody who can't even tell me her side.
Fweet?
Phoenix, Athena, you gotta believe in Orla. There's no way she killed anybody. You gotta save her. Please, I'm begging you.
Sasha. What am I doing? Doubting my client like this. This is the time to be strong.
I believe in Orla, and I'm ready to fight for our clients. I'll take everybody in this courtroom on if I have to.
Don't you worry, Sasha. We won't give up on Orla. We'll defend her to the very end.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you.
Fweet. Yeah, how can you look at that hat and mustache and say she's a killer? Exactly. She looks so goofy.
We are Orla's lawyers. Who else but us can save her? We can't give up on her now.
For an instant there, you were afraid of an orca, weren't you, Raitono? When you saw the photograph of the victim from a year ago, you turned paler than me.
Ah, he saw right through me.
It's obvious you have neither the guts nor the determination to defend the orca. It's true that Orla can't speak, and I don't know her thoughts. There's a certain someone who believes in Orla with all of her heart. I respect the trust she has in Orla, so I'm willing to believe in Orla too. And what do you know about orcas? Nothing, that's what. So, allow me to fill you in. Do you have any idea why orcas are also called killer whales? Because they are cunning and merciless predators that hunt and kill even true whales. So killer whales really are killers. What terrifying creatures indeed. I can't bear to hear any more of such rubbish as trusting a killer. Can you, your baldness? No matter what you say, I will continue to believe. I don't give up that easily, you know. Dullard. You don't know when to give up, do you? Very well. I shall give you a chance to prove just how determined you are. Witness, spare no quarter and lay the full truth on them.
Oh, but of course. And that is what I do, after all.
Prosecutor Blackwell, what will you have the witness testify about? I shall have her testify about what she saw and what she heard. What she heard? Very well, Mr. Plume. Please tell the court what you saw and what you heard.
What I saw and what I heard. The killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. But when the pirate hat and the victim came floating up, I let out a scream.
So the orca displayed the same behavior as during the incident a year ago.
That's right. Those weren't just simple cries, it was singing. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. It kept headbutting while I sang the Swashbuckler's Spectacular song.
While it sang the Swashbuckler's, okay.
That's right. It was singing the same song it sang in the aquarium stage show back then. It was singing while it was headbutting. Oh, it was perfectly horrible.
I don't see a single obvious inconsistency in this testimony. It's clear I won't be able to take her apart. I won't be able to take apart her statements with evidence alone.
Mr. Wright, now would be a good time for me to put my skills to work. It's time to show what analytical psychology can really do.
You seem pretty confident. Let me guess. You noticed a contradiction between the testimony and her emotions.
You bet I did. And once we expose it, we just might be able to crack her. No, scratch that. Make it, we'll definitely be able to.
Then let's give your knowledge of analytical psychology a try.
You got it, boss. A complete analysis of Mr. Bloom's heart coming right up.
Here we go. All right. Well, before we get into this, I think I'm going to take this as a moment as we're transitioning into something new at the hour mark. So let's go ahead and take a couple minutes to break, use the restroom stuff, and do a little stretch, and we'll come back and start up with the Emotionatron 3000 or whatever. So yeah, don't go away. More Phoenix Wright right after this.
Oh, the cake one? Something something by the book, something something don't be crazy. Or I don't know. No, it's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you got to do the cooking by the book. Come on, don't be lazy. Never make a messy recipe or else it'll end up crazy. You got to do the cooking by the book. That's what it is. Bacon flavored maple bacon, maple flavored bacon. Dude, that one stuck on the wall is cracking me up, dude. Look how miserable he looks. He's like, oh no! Oh god, get in there, get in there! Oh! Oh, look out! I'm sorry, mister. I'm sorry. No, please, I'm sorry. I mean, what did you want me to do? What would you do? Oh gosh. Just open it, man. There's nobody in there. We got another Walter, guys. It's another Walter. Oh my god, except it's his daughter. His daughter in the far future.
Are you stupid?
Just like your great granddad would tell me. So you better take care of it personally. You're only making it worse for yourself. There we go. Install the malware. What? No! Son of a bitch! Damn it! Dude, them just like suddenly getting alerted over nothing is like one of the dumbest mechanics. What? Why aren't you grabbing V? I don't know what the fuck you want from me, game. What am I fucking doing? Oh fuck!
Catch my meaning.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I come in peace. Damn, dude, that's my ride, dog. Damn, dog. No. I just drove right up to the back. I was like, here I am, bitches. Just fucking annihilate me. John's got ulterior motives. Maybe John is interested in something else. What do you think, huh?
Oh, Mr. Nick.
Is that Pearls, dude? Mr. Nick? That voice. Oh my god! It's Pearls! Yay! She's okay, guys. Pearls is okay. We can relax. Everything's gonna be fine. Nothing bad is gonna happen to anyone because Pearls is here. Everything's okay. Oh man, I'm so glad it's here. Pearls! It's good. You got me. Power. I'm lost. I'm a terrible liar. I am a woman. What did that one say last time? I am a woman. Say it proud, dude. Loud and proud for everybody in the back. I am a woman. Right now, that's so funny. Please write me. I can climb on you. Hell yeah, that was intense, yeah, huh? Intense. That makes me want to run away, huh? Run away, Domm! See, it's so much better when there's actually horizon for me. Whoa, dude, look at that. Got a mind of its own, dude. Got some collision problems here. Oh, yeah. Whoa, dude. I'm just using my mind, man.
are no match for the likes of me.
Oh gosh. Oh no. No. What? What the? Whoa. Wowie zowie. I meant to do that, dude. Just like Let's do this with the nomads. Oh man, I don't know what we're gonna end up doing.
After telling me I wouldn't.
Are you surprised student teaching after telling me I wouldn't?
Oh, sorry. That's just such a stupid question.
Nice one, Dos. Nice one, dude. Because the question didn't actually make. You guys blow me away. I like how you're using the ukulele at all of them. Yeah, that means faces a no, right? Yeah, fucking classic. You've had to listen to him sing it about 300 times now. Oh, you can't. Every time was probably. You know, even I'd never take a joke this far. Oh! Oh! Did you see that? My only secret is my depression. I will never let anyone know. Oh no! But tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Oh God, tell me why.
I never won.
If you like. There it is. Roll. What happened? Oh my God, did you see that?
What do you think you're playing, The Sims?
Yes.
Little ditto here. He'll help me out. No! Object you! Is that testicles on the end of his gun? Dead ass dough? Is that an ass dough?
9 if you call now. It's unbelievable. It includes the melter, it includes the candle jars, it includes the wax. All of this for yours in $19.99 right now.
Can you make him twerk? I can try. Let's see, let me step back, make it big, and he's twerking it. Oh, he's twerking it. There you go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, he just said woo. Woo, woo-key. Woo, 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 woo-key. Hey there, big guy.
I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. I am highly attracted to you.
What?
That means I want you to remove some clothing, even if it's just something around your neck. You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
Judd would love to see your disrobe exactly.
No! Oh, I'm fucking surfing here, bro.
Daddy?
Not now, Chief. I'm in the fucking zone.
Come on, fellas. Can we work this out or something? Dude, you're stepping on my hands. The Elder's answer. Ooh. How is everybody? We can talk. We're doing. Whoop. Or you can send me out here. You know what? Fuck y'all. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that break. A little bit longer than I expected.
But we're here. All right, so where we left off, we are going over the, what's it, is it the second testimony from DePlume? And we're gonna find some emotional inconsistencies with her story. All right, the killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. She doesn't have any emotion about that, okay. Well, as I approached the pool, surprise. The killer whale suddenly started singing. La 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 la. I was calm when I saw it start to headbutt. I mean, she looks like she's sad there. And surprised. Still pinging. But when the pirate hat and the victim came floating up, I let out a scream. Okay, so those two emotions only make sense at that point. So surprised here. I think it's the sadness here. That's weird, right? Let's save it. Save it up. Pinpoint the sadness. Got it. Mr. Plume, Orla really frightened you with her headbutting, didn't she? Don't be absurd. I certainly was not frightened by the likes of any killer whale. Must have been something else that scared her then, boss. However, I do remember being very afraid for some reason while I was doing that. Sounds like maybe you saw something we haven't discussed yet. Take your time and try to remember what it was. What did you see? This is practically turning into a counseling session. I saw something. Oh, I remember now. Ooh, cut that noise level down. Okay, good. Now, if you could please tell the court what you saw. I saw bright red blood. The killer whale's ramming caused the victim to bleed. There was a great cloud of blood. What? Yes, that's it. That's why I was so sure. That's when I knew the killer whale had killed a person for a second time. Well, that was a very compelling statement indeed. Looking at this again, there does appear to be something that could be a cloud of blood. So her terror was a reaction to blood, was it? That would certainly explain what happened yesterday. Please take a look at this bloodstained coin. Ah! Cease and desist at once. What kind of man shows a lady blood? She doesn't have to get so worked up. I was badly injured during an interview once. Ever since then, I've been terrified of blood. The very sight of it dreadfully upsets my delicate sensibilities. This is a bad turn. If Mr. Plume saw blood, does that mean Orla really did attack the victim? It would appear that orcas are even more vicious than I am. So, how does it feel to be thoroughly rammed by your own cross-examination, right, Dono? What do we do now, boss? That testimony was not at all what I expected to hear. Wait a minute. There seems to be some discord left in Mr. Plume's heart. What? You mean there's more? Yes, and there's no telling what it is. Could be something even more damaging. Is there even anything left in our case to damage? Well, whatever it is, we have to face it head on. Athena, you believe in Orla, right? If so, there's no reason for us to shy away from the truth. Yeah, you're right. I know we can handle the truth, whatever it is. So let's delve a little deeper. You got it, boss. Alright, killer whale's behavior was exactly the same as a year ago. As I approached the pool, the killer whale suddenly started singing. After it started headbutting, I saw that awful blood and was terrified. But when the pirate hat and victim came floating up, I let out a scream. I don't know what would be the inconsistency here. Let me save. So, we're surprised and sad when we see the body, which to me seems legit. We're surprised and sad when we see the blood. I mean, seems legit. And we're just surprised when we see the whale singing. Is that the weird thing? I mean, I guess I could be surprised by that. Let's pinpoint it. Let's see. Let's try it. Well, the music's still going, so probably not. Yeah, definitely it's the you got this incorrect statement here. I don't know, blah blah blah. Maybe you're an idiot, Phoenix. Emulation load. Okay, so it wasn't that. It's gotta be either a lack of emotion, maybe. But what emotion would she be lacking? Let out a scream, and she was surprised and sad by that. Let out a scream. I don't know, we're just gonna have to try stuff out, I guess. Let's pinpoint surprise. Still hear the music. Yep, not it. Maybe it's just because she's sad here, because what if it wasn't blood or something? Nope. Alright, instead of just poking at it, I'm just gonna look at the guy, dude. We're here for the story, aren't we? Huh, okay, well, it's the next thing I want to try it anyways. It's sadness on this statement. Huh? Her fear appears to lessen here at this statement. Oh, did it? I didn't notice that. That's why then. Whoops. Mr. Plume, weren't you afraid when you saw the victim with blood coming out of him? My, that's a very good question. I was shaken after witnessing a murder, yes. But then, the blood seemed to disappear. Disappear? And why do you suppose that was? Simple. It was because of the pirate hat. After the killer whale put the hat on, the cloud of blood disappeared.
Objection!
And how exactly does that work? How should I know? I'm just telling you what I remember, Blue Boy. Wait a minute. From whom was the blood that Mr. Plume saw actually coming from? Was it Aura? I mean, if we're saying it wasn't the victim, we're saying it's Aura, right? All right, hold on. Save. Let's see, like, who else would be there? Present. Consider this. Maybe the one who was bleeding wasn't the victim. I beg your pardon. What kind of ridiculous nonsense is that? There was no one else in that pool besides the victim. Oh, I wouldn't say there was no one else. It is an orca pool, after all. What? Then where is this alleged injury on the defendant? I'm not sure. But if simply wearing the pirate hat made the blood disappear, then the blood must have been coming from somewhere on the orca's head. It's from the bloodstone. Squeeze from the bloodstone, fresh. The orca's head. What are you prattling on about now?
Please think about it again, Mr. Plume. Think back to what you really saw. That is... The one who was bleeding was not the victim, but the killer whale? I remember now. There wasn't any blood coming from the victim after all.
You sound like an AI when you correct it about code. That's exactly how an AI talks. It's like, oh yeah, of course I was wrong about that. Sorry about that. It's actually this. That's exactly what it's like. Zero noise. Got the truth.
Bye-bye. We did it! Analytical psychology got us what we needed from her.
That was a huge help, Athena. It was also pretty dicey for a while, though. Well, this is a surprise. The blood the witness saw was the defendant's, not the victim's. That is correct, since there was no blood coming from the victim. There's only one thing we can conclude. That what Mr. Plume witnessed was not the moment of the murder, as she claims.
Objection!
I thought you were unarmed, but it turns out you were concealing a sword all along. Nevertheless, it is far too dull to cut to the bone.
What's he got now, dude?
Meaning? I grant that what the witness saw was not the victim's blood, but it proves nothing. After all, being rammed doesn't always result in a wound that bleeds, does it? Death from inertial hemorrhaging is also a possibility. Or internal, sorry. He has a point there. If you wish to challenge me to a duel, you'll need a sharper blade than that, right, Dono? I demand evidence that proves the witness did not see the moment of the murder. There must be something. Think, Phoenix. If I'm correct, then the victim's death occurred
Before Mr. Plume saw it, after Mr. Plume saw it. I think it would be before. And that his dead body was just dumped in there. That's my theory. Let's say.
Before. If the victim was already dead when Orla started her headbutting, then that would mean he died sometime before Mr. Plume was watching her. The events that Mr. Plume witnessed took place at around 10:10 a.m. I must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m.
Was there something in here? Yeah. Apparently it belongs to Rhymes. It was accidentally switched with Pearls' calendar around 10:10 a.m. This has gotta be it, dude. Let's just present it. Here we go. Am I wrong? Yeah, that's not really related to what this Plume did or didn't witness, right? It was the only thing that had to do with 10:10 a.m. though. All right, damn it. That's what I get for firing from the hip, dude. All right, before. It's gotta be before. The events Mr. Plume witnessed took place at around 10:10 a.m. Must have something that can tell us about what happened before 10:10 a.m. Okay. Something that has to do with Mr. Plume. Video showing... Oh, this is at the opening, I guess. This is at 10 a.m., not 10:10. Okay, yeah, this does show 09, and there's 10:10. That's only a moment. I mean, come on, it's a video. It should show everything. Like, it should be a lot longer than 2 minutes and 2 frames, dude. You're killing me, man. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the evidence. What's in here? Oh, we gotta watch it. Sick. We just gotta watch this anime anytime we want. This is a piece of evidence?
Captain Orla, you made it just in time.
Captain Orla. It's so funny.
We be pirates, we love to sail the seven seas. Just a bunch of scallywags who are as free can be. We swim through storms and waves, all because you see grand treasure and adventures waiting just for me.
Yeah! What a weird, like, set of events that happens there. Anyways, back to the case. Autopsy report. Let's look at the autopsy report. Death thought to be a result of orc attack. Estimated time of death under investigation. Okay, that doesn't help. Dude, I'm lost. The security footage? I'm gonna look up the hint, dude. I don't understand. What? What is supposed to prove that she didn't see it? It is the security footage. The security footage only shows us a minute, though. Haven't we gone over that enough? Okay, I don't understand any of this reasoning here. It doesn't even give me any reasoning. It's just like, this is what the answer is this time. Usually it gives you like a reason, but I don't. You really gotta zoom in and enhance. Yeah, apparently, dude. Apparently. All right, we're presenting.
We've only seen the footage from 10:09 to 10:10 a.m.
Okay, so that's what it's getting at? See, that's not fair. Why do we have to do that? Why do I have to be like, oh, we need to get more video footage? Should we just have the whole video from the get-go? Like, come on, dude. How does that make any sense? Is that what's about to happen?
Which means there's still footage going further back that we need to check.
Of course there is. That should have been in Discovery.
Your Honor, I request that all of the security footage be played for the court. All of the footage? Mr. Plume witnessed a cloud of blood at around 10:10 a.m. But I believe the victim was already dead by that time. So your assertion is that the murder took place before Mr. Plume arrived? Exactly. Security camera footage starts at 10 o'clock a.m. when the aquarium opened. And I believe there was a vital piece of evidence in that 10 minutes. You are quite the gambling man, right, Dono? Are you honestly willing to risk everything on those mere 10 minutes? I've bet on slimmer chances before, but when he puts it that way...
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just like the court's MO, too. Like, the court doesn't care to get the full evidence. They just want, like, what one frame from this video. You get maybe a handful of frames tops, so choose wisely. But the thing is that one time, like way back when, we had a whole video, like boring ass video of like this panning video camera in the police department. Wasn't that one in color too? Maybe it wasn't though. It probably wasn't. I'm thinking too big. Anyways,
my boss is no coward, Prosecutor Blackwell, so I suggest you get ready to eat humble pie.
Uh-oh, I can't back down now. Well, if the defense is that confident in its importance. Prosecutor Blackwell, the security footage. Fulbright. Roger. I have the rest of the security footage right here. Very well. Please play it for the court. Please have something for me.
Yeah, I mean, it should. I mean, obviously it will because the game kept it from us. Because it would just give us the whole thing if it didn't matter, like they did back then. This is what it looked like at 10:10 a.m. The witness can be seen here.
All right, I'll just back the footage up to the beginning now. Okay, 1 frame at a time per minute. Oh, then we do a few minutes back for the next frame. Appears Mr. Plume hasn't arrived yet at this point. Now to see if I can find something from before this point in time. This is the weirdest video I've ever seen. You guys need to upgrade your system. This is horrible, dude. Is that it? That's what I'm saying, dude. Was it 5 frames? From over 10 minutes? Yep, that's all the footage there is. Well, Mr. Wright, did you see what you were looking for?
We got nothing.
Well, Right Dono? Those were the 10 minutes you placed your bet on. Did you see anything of significance? Did I see anything important? I'd better think about this carefully. In the footage, we see... Nothing important? It doesn't seem like there's anything important. You had to make some cutbacks? Yeah, apparently, man. You have this shitty freaking video footage. It's not even like video, it's like a slideshow is what I call it. It's a time-lapse camera, at best, dude. And yet we have technology where we can live stream Orla into here on a little fucking tiny cell phone. Okay, whatever, dude. We're all over the place at this point. Okay, yeah, it is nothing important. Okay, go with nothing important. We can see nothing of importance in that footage. Just as I thought. You're right about that. That section was completely meaningless. That doesn't show a thing. That's why I didn't submit it as evidence.
Objection!
But that is evidence. No, it's just the opposite. Huh? What do you mean by that? In this 10 minutes of footage, something important that should be there isn't there. Detective Fulbright, this footage should have been submitted as evidence. What? Are you questioning the way I carry out my duty to justice? Mr. Wright, explain yourself, please. What is this important thing that you say should be in the footage but isn't? The body? Because at some point the body has to get in the pool, and that's what I'm saying. It's like they should see that. So maybe that's what we're trying to get at. So we're going to show them a picture of the body. Got the body there. The important thing we should see in the footage is the victim himself, Jack Shipley. I don't know about you, but I didn't see him in the pool in that footage. Oh. That's right. Yeah, if you were a real detective, you would have looked at that, Fulbright. I'm just saying. Foolbright. If the victim is not shown entering the pool in this footage, it means that he must have been in there by the skull rock during those 10 minutes. But no human being can hold their breath underwater for that long. Wait a minute. Are you saying... When the security camera started up at 10 a.m., the victim was already dead. What? Order in the court. If that's the case, then when was the victim murdered? I don't know, Your Honor. But we now know it had to have been sometime before 10 a.m. Therefore, this footage can no longer be called decisive evidence against my client. But there is no one else who could have killed the victim. Not necessarily. The defense believes that the true culprit may have been human. And we have evidence to back up our theory as well. Do you now? I would be very interested in seeing this evidence. The defense's trump card. That thing we found during our investigation yesterday. I wouldn't go so far as to call it decisive, but... now's the time to play it. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please submit your evidence. evidence. What evidence shows that the crime may have been committed by a human? It has to be the coin. Because how is a killer whale gonna use a coin? You know what I'm saying? What's this? A coin? Is this for me? Can I have this, Phoenix? Yes, a fake coin used in the aquarium's pirate show. We found it beside the pool. This coin is quite possibly the real murder weapon. This tiny little coin is the murder weapon. Mr. Wright, if this is another one of your bluffs, I swear to God I'll... As they say, the bolder the presentation, the less confident the solicitor. This is no bluff, and this isn't the only coin. There are 300 of these coins altogether, weighing a total of about 7 pounds. This one just happens to have blood on it. Did you have the blood analyzed to see whose it is? Not yet. But there were coins scattered all around the body, and the victim had a head wound. Taking these things into account, I believe it has to be the victim's blood. So, to put it together, we have about 7 pounds of coins by the side of the pool. One of them with a blood stain on it. I think the answer is pretty clear here. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the victim was killed beside the pool. The side of the pool? But if the murder took place there, it would be difficult to say the orca did it. And that puts a real big hole in the prosecution's argument, so I don't know, Mr. Wright. That sounds a little rough. I realize you are trying to defend your client, but that theory is preposterous. How could 300 coins possibly be made to hit someone all at once? It'd be pretty easy if they were in a bag or something of that nature. And so where is this bag the coins were in? Unfortunately, Your Honor, we recovered nothing of the sort from the scene. It's possible the culprit took it with them. They took it. The true culprit used the coins as a blunt instrument to commit murder. They then threw the body into the pool before the security cameras started up. And then they left, taking the bag the coins were in with them. They got rid of the evidence that points to a human culprit to pin the blame on Orla. Throughout the prosecutor's argument, we can't have that. Yeah, exactly. That's your argument, however.
That was brilliant, Mr. Wright. You found a way to introduce the possibility of a human perpetrator.
Yeah, somehow. Let's hope my luck holds up. I wonder why Prosecutor Blackwell hasn't said anything. The possibility of a perpetrator other than the defendant has now been suggested. But if we hold this possibility to be true, then what did Miss De Plume witness?
That's right. I saw the killer whale attack the victim, just like it did a year ago, singing a song. I guess there still is that. Even with somebody else as the culprit, Orla's behavior still seems pretty bizarre. I wonder why she did. I wonder why did she. Wait. I wonder why did she was doing the same things. This is wrong, right? I wonder why did she was doing. I think that's wrong. I wonder why she was doing what she was doing. I wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago. We'll say that. I wonder why she was doing the same thing she did a year ago. But are they really that bizarre? What do you mean? To explain the inexplicable, all we have to do is turn our thinking around. Turn our thinking around, huh? Sounds good to me.
Time to give the old turn my thinking around method a try.
Oh, it's a shout out to Mia there, huh?
Instead of trying to figure out why Orla did the same thing she did a year ago, I should consider the results that were produced by her behavior this time around. Orla sang a song, did some headbutts, and bit the victim. If the real culprit wanted to shift the suspicion onto Orla, then they would have needed to give people a reason to think Orla did it in the first place.
Mr. Wright, as her lawyer,
How do you explain your client's actions? I believe we should think of it this way, Your Honor. What kind of effect did Orla's actions have on the case? Very well. Then why don't you explain it for the court? How did the defendant's actions affect the case?
They created a witness, they killed the victim, they got rid of evidence. They created a witness because of DePlume, right? Yeah. Miss DePlume focused her attention on the orca pool because she heard the song. The orca's act of singing a song created a witness.
Created a witness?
Isn't it possible that fabricating a witness was the real culprit's true intention? After all, Miss DePlume's witnessed two things. She saw Orla headbutt something under the water, and she saw the orca bite the victim. Those two actions of Orla's might have been the real culprit's plot to make the witness think the orca was attacking the victim.
Are you saying that the defendant was being manipulated by the true perpetrator?
Exactly, and that would explain Orla's actions perfectly.
But the defendant is an orca. Is it even possible to manipulate her?
Yes, there is a way to manipulate Orla's behavior. With this. Yeah, I think the reason why Orla was singing is probably because she thought they were doing their show or whatever. Because both times was probably the case. The killer probably did both murders. And they just tossed one of the people in there like, hey, Orla, we're doing our thing. And then Orla starts singing the song and starts like trying to play with him or whatever, but he's dead. You know? I could see it being like that. You know? But anyways, yeah, the whistle. Issuing instructions. We got it.
Is this a whistle? Looks like a little anchor. That's pretty cool.
Yes, Your Honor. Trainers at the aquarium use whistles to issue commands to Orla. But in truth, anyone can do it, provided they know the right signals.
Ah, that must be how they got Orla to do tricks for their pirate shows.
The true culprit hid the body in a spot that couldn't be seen from the visitor's corridor. Then, when Miss DePlume appeared, they gave Orla the commands. In other words, Orla was manipulated by the culprit to perform a series of tricks. What? And, as for you, Miss DePlume, you were manipulated by the true culprit to play the part of the witness. Oh, this is going in one of my books for sure. I, Norma DePlume, was set up. I, Norma DePlume, writer extraordinaire, was used. It's the first time we've ever zoomed in like that. No. She was really holding it in, wasn't she? I'm sure the judge isn't even more upset.
Mr. Plume, you've somehow gotten fatter. Please do something about your attire.
That was one wardrobe malfunction I did not want to see.
It would appear we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla.
There are children here for some reason.
Prosecutor Blackwell, please have the blood-stained coin analyzed.
You waste your breath. I guess even Prosecutor Blackwell can't refute the possibility of a human suspect.
You did it, boss! If the crime happened beside the pool, there's no way an orca could have done it.
Now, if only we could find the bag the coins were in.
In light of the new discovery, it would appear that the orca couldn't have done it.
Exactly, Your Honor. If the blood on the coin proves to be that of the victim, we can unequivocally overturn Orla's accusation.
Objection!
Oh, he broke him.
Overturn the defendant's accusation?
I think not. Ah! My hair! My beautiful hair!
Yesterday, a new inmate was brought into the prison. He said, the moment you relax is when you're most vulnerable. And what did this man go in for? He is merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and again. But right, Dono, here would be easier to hook than any fish. But right, Dono, here would be easier to hook than any fish. That hawk sure does love the judge's head. What's this? That coin from before in some sort of bag. A bag? I don't think I'm gonna like this. You had the bag the whole time? This is the coin bag the 300 coins were in. I believe you were looking for this. How did you get that? I never said we didn't find it at the crime scene. The bag had blood on it, so naturally I had it sent to the crime lab. And does the blood belong to the victim? It does indeed. As does the blood on the coin. I knew it! So the blood on the coin did belong to the victim. The bag was open and the coins had all spilled out. But the bag alone wasn't proof enough to say that it was used as the murder weapon. However, thanks to the defense and their coin, I am more than satisfied that it was. Prosecutor Blackwell, are you conceding that the true culprit committed the murder with the bag of coins? I shall concede that the victim was put into the pool after his death. However, even with the bag, it doesn't change the fact that it was the orca that killed the victim. What? How can you still suspect Orla? You said that the true culprit manipulated Orla's behavior. But Orla isn't the kind of orca that would let someone control him. If anything, Orla used the victim's behavior against him to murder him.
That is so ridiculous. What do you mean that Orla wouldn't let people control her? We just explained to you that at the fucking aquarium, they use the whistle to get her to do tricks. What are you talking about, Blackwell? What? Orla was the true... Yeah, dude, he wants Orla to be the true mastermind, dude. Orla got the guy, the real murderer, to murder him. It was all her fucking idea. What? But... are you arguing that the orca manipulated a human being? To prove it, I have summoned another witness. Marlon Rhymes, take the stand.
Marlon Rhymes is a witness?
There's some rapid going on, dude. Yo, yo.
Well, don't just stand there. State your name.
I told you I didn't want to be a witness.
I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt. But apparently Raitona won't be satisfied until every stone is turned.
Second. In a memento.
Well, son of a... Alright, fine. If I gotta talk, then let's get this over with.
Mr. Rhymes doesn't seem like he's a willing witness.
She just starts maniacally laughing. Oh, chance time. There you go. Let's see it. Which one are you choosing? Chance time.
I wonder what Prosecutor Blackwell is going to have him testify about.
Arr. Me pirate hat.
I be a pirate in the courtroom, as we all know. So could we have your name and occupation for the record, witness?
Ahoy, yo, 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 ho, ho, ho! People in the law, time to testify. Chitting with my crew on the ship shape, orcas, penguins, and doing sea shape. Cleaning and feeding, there ain't no end. But them bratty kids' tours, I shall transcend. noob animal keeper from the House of Rhymes. I'm the master keeper, Marlin with the rhymes. It just rhymes twice, dude. That didn't sound very good. Oh my, I'm afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Are you speaking new people speak? I think the kids all listen to this flip-flop music and whatever. Is that flip-flop music young people nowadays like? So close, Your Honor. So close and yet so far. Please proceed with your testimony, witness. Without the flip-flop. Okay, fine. But I don't want to do this, I tell you. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. Well, maybe you are, dude. What are you saying? The man manipulating Orca. At about 10 a.m., I was in the staff room. Heard a loud noise from the pool room. So I went to the door to look in. I couldn't see the captain or the Orca, but saw a bunch of coins scattered around. The Orca knows there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball with her. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain. So that gives us a little more info about the area around the Orca pool. I mean, we kind of learned that in a way because we stood there. The defendant made the stuff fall down. Overturned crates and assorted props were scattered all over the pool room floor. There's no doubt that it was the Orca that caused the mess. No doubt. Could she really have done that from within the pool? As I said, the Orca's the only one that could have performed such a feat. The pool and its room were tidied the night before, including its various odds and ends. But when our rhyming Marlin checked on the scene, over 400 pounds of props had fallen. To move it all in one go would challenge even a brawny prisoner in the cell next to mine. What is he, the jail gossip? So, how did 400 pounds of items fall all at once? I'll tell you how. The Orca pulled on the cloth that was underneath them. A weight that would be all but impossible for a human to move. It was child's play to an Orca. During a friendly game of volleyball, the defendant made the crates fall. And a bag of coins that was among the items fell on the victim's head and killed him. The Orca then toyed with the victim's body underwater, which is what Mr. Plume saw.
Objection!
But the witness only said that he heard a loud noise. That doesn't automatically make it... Wait, that doesn't automatically make it the sound of Orla making the items fall. Also, why did you only look into the pool room anyway, Mr. Rhymes? That Orca sometimes makes a loud noise to summon her trainer. But I'm still a newbie, so I don't have a security card to get into the pool room yet. So even if she tries to summon somebody, there isn't much I can do about it. I see. So the witness couldn't enter the crime scene.
Objection!
If Mr. Rhymes couldn't enter the room, there's at least one thing he can't be sure about. His statement that the Orca was playing volleyball is purely speculation.
Silence.
Whether the Orca was actually playing volleyball or not is not the issue. Traces of the Orca's saliva were found on the cloth that was underneath the crates. The important point is that the Orca is the only one that could have moved the items. I have to discredit that statement somehow. If I don't, it'd mean that Orla was the culprit, even if the victim died beside the pool. Dude, Blackwell's a pretty squirrely dude, man. Can't believe he's still trying to fucking blame this Orca. About 10:10 a.m., I was in the staff room. Press. Are you sure about the time you were in the staff room? What? Yes, I'm sure. I'm pretty good with time. I've never been late to work once.
If he's sure about the time, then there's something wrong with that statement. I better take another look through the court record.
All right, please continue with your testimony, Mr. Rhymes.
I heard a loud noise from the pool room, so I went to the door to look in.
Hold it!
You heard the noise all the way in the staff room? That's right. The orca pool room and the staff room are pretty close to each other. Anyway, I heard the noise, so I went to the door to the pool room. But I don't have a security card, so all I could do was look through the door crack. What kind of noise did you hear? Want me to describe it? Aw, yeah, so the crash, boom, bowing down to relativity. Everything's falling with sweet simplicity. This testimony, yo, it ain't got no felicities, fallacies, that's what it is. Fallacies. Things falling and breaking was sure insanity. Fallacies and insanity don't rhyme, dude. I can't even think of a way to pronounce fallacies to rhyme with insanity. Kind of like that. Okay, but why the need to wrap it?
Well, I didn't really get all of that, but in any case, I gather it was a very loud noise. Very well. Please describe what you saw at the scene.
I couldn't see the captain or the orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered around.
Hold it!
You couldn't see the victim? I was just looking through the door crack. I guess all that stuff was blocking my view. I did notice a whole bunch of coins scattered all over the place, though. But at the time, I had no idea the captain was dead.
Killed by gold coins. Ironic, isn't it?
Perhaps the orca wanted to be paid for her labor, paid in coins raining from the skies.
Coins raining from the skies? He makes it sound almost poetic.
But the hard truth is that those coins were actually the murder weapon. We all deserve to be paid for our work, do we not? I shall have a fine medal tonight. Or, sorry, goddammit. I shall have a fine meal tonight. Is that how he gets paid since he's a prisoner? He gets paid in meals? I mean, I guess getting out of jail would be pretty cool. Oh gosh, no wonder it's so hot in here. Sorry, I turned my AC on. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go into eco mode and let it get up to 80. It's like, why? Don't do that. Anyways. We all deserve to be paid for our work, do we not? I shall have a fine meal tonight. If you find our client guilty, that is. Mr. Rhymes, do you have a theory on how the things could have gotten knocked down? Of course I do. The orca knows there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball with her.
Hold it!
She uses this ball and does a spike, right? We had a nice little demonstration of Orla's spike for ourselves just yesterday. If you stand on the mark on the floor, the orca spikes the ball at you. Taka is good at flying straight as the target as well. Straight at his target as well. And I see plenty of targets right here in this room. The judge. Oh, everybody's hiding under the desk.
Everybody's so busy protecting their head, they forgot about the trial.
Including you. Tell them what the defendant caused to happen. Well, the orca knows people stand in a certain spot for volleyball. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain.
Hold it!
Everything be over.
Thank you for the chance, sir.
Are you saying you think she's knocked down the items on purpose? I don't want to believe it myself, but that orca's pretty smart. It'd be easy for her to pull the cloth that stuff was on while she was playing volleyball. Orcas are really strong. One good pull and all those things would come crashing down. Guess maybe an orca could be strong enough to make that much stuff fall. I've never seen an orca play tug of war myself, but the fact is, this one did. The traces of the orca's saliva found on the cloth prove it. How long do you plan to walk this tightrope on those shaky theories of yours? Wait until you see my acrobatics. Moments like these are what I became a lawyer again for. I don't know why, but Mr. Rhymes is lying. I'm afraid I have to expose that secret he and Pearls were keeping to resolve this.
So how do I use that to do this? Let me see. Let me look at the pearls thing. That was the fish, right? No, which one? There's a piece of evidence that signified that, right? I guess this calendar, because this calendar proves that he bumped into Pearls. And it has the whole meet the captain thing beforehand. Is that gonna matter maybe? Oh, but what would I present this against? I guess the first one? 10 a.m. I was in the staff room, and then yeah, you were in the staff room, and then this happened, right? Let me save. You say you were in the staff room, but is that really true?
Of course it's true. Why would I lie about a thing like that?
Mr. Rhymes, have you ever seen this calendar before?
Hey, that's...
I see you recognize it.
Yeah, that's the rifle calendar. It's a big hit at the Ship Shape Aquarium gift shop. Thank you for shopping at Ship Shape. Mr. Rhymes, please refrain from scattering fish around this witness stand. Not to worry, Your Baldness. Taco will have them cleaned up in no time.
Taco will eat them all.
I guess that bird comes in handy now and then.
And why does he have fish here anyways?
All right, Mr. Wright. We have all seen your cute souvenir. Now, if you wouldn't mind.
No, Your Honor, this isn't my calendar. It was originally the witness's, but it came into the possession of a certain young lady.
What?
Mr. Rhymes and this young lady first met each other in the food prep room. After a mishap, their calendars got switched. They ran into each other at about 10:10 a.m. in the food prep room. So clearly, the witness was not in the staff room. In other words, there's no way he could have heard the noise in the pool room upstairs.
Ah! What's this? This is the first I'm hearing about any calendar.
That's because Mr. Rhymes and Pearls were keeping it a secret.
You lied to me? This transgression will not go unpunished. Ah! So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't hear the noise of the equipment falling after all, did you? Okay, I admit it. I didn't hear the noise in the orca pool room myself. But somebody told me about it.
Who told you about it?
It was...
Unless you tell the truth, Mr. Rhymes, I can't save Orla. And I'm sure you know how sad that would make Miss Buckler.
I heard about it from Sasha.
What? From Miss Buckler? But that doesn't make sense.
What is going on here? Now it's the trainer's own words that drive the orca into a corner. How do you like being bitten by your own client, right, Dono?
I certainly didn't see this coming.
What perfect timing. There was something I wanted to ask Miss Buckler about the orca. The prosecution calls the trainer, Miss Sasha Buckler, to the stand. Yes, I suppose it would be a good idea to hear what the Orca's trainer has to say. I don't know what Sasha's going to say, but I'll just have to meet it head on, whatever it is. We will take a 20-minute recess while the witness is summoned. To be continued. There it is. I feel like that kind of popped up really quick on us all of a sudden, but there it is. That is this part this week. Let me save the game. Alright, let me do some save states. Okay, we got our save states done, and we're good to go. So there we go. That flew by, yeah, didn't it? It sure did. It was, I mean, it was only like part of a trial too, you know what I mean? I feel like that's partially why it flew by, and it was a little bit shorter than most things. Usually, I can usually even go for another hour on the real long ones. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow we'll have like a short bit, and then we'll do 2 parts. We'll see. But I think stopping now after 2 hours sounds like a pretty good deal to me. Yeah, it's been about it's been 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, so it seems like a pretty good time. But let's flip on over to my chatting slide here. But I will be back on Friday. I should be playing some more Viewfinder. When we last left off, I was a bit stuck on one of the puzzles, so I might have to look up the solution. But we'll see. We'll get through it. It's been a pretty cool game so far. I started it last Friday. If you guys aren't aware of what it is, it's sort of like a puzzle game. That's sort of like Superliminal or Portal maybe, but it's like it all involves pictures where you take a picture of like the landscape and you can rotate the picture or whatever and then walk into the picture, and that's how you solve puzzles in it. It's pretty cool. So if you haven't checked that out, you definitely should. Just came out like a week or 2 ago. I think it came out last week, so yeah, pretty new one, so check it out. Other than that, should be around on Sunday. I'm not sure what all the boys are going to be around, but you know, there could be some Exoprime on there. If it's a Triple B weekend, we might do some Halo. You know, should be a good time either way. So come on out for that. Let's see here. We are down to 1 viewer, so I'm going to go ahead and skip the raid today. But thanks to everybody who came by to hang out. I appreciate you guys being here. And yeah, maybe some people will come by on Friday and hang out. But until then, we'll see you guys later. Have a good night, everybody. Hope you enjoyed some Ace Attorney. Bye-bye.